Greetings and blessings to each of you. We're glad to have you sharing with us once again as we consider the applications of the study from Exodus and realize that God does know and that He cares about us today. We're thankful because He is majestic, He is awesome, He is mighty, and that there is no moment in which He abandons us and allows us to have legitimate beliefs that God does not care. We are thankful because in every situation, God gives us the assurance, He gives us understanding, He helps us to realize that God is for us and that He is in the business of turning things around. We can be grateful. We can acknowledge Him in all of our ways. We can see Him as the one who helps us and delivers us in so many ways. We know, even in this study so far, that somehow God uh, is concerned and also that He understands what you're going through and that He is visible, He is present, He is on the throne. I want to continue this study tonight as we dig a little further into the truths of God's dealings with Israel and with His people even till today. The discussion between God and Moses in Exodus chapter 3 reveals God's concern for His people and His knowledge of their situation. God has an extensive and vast knowledge of what is going on in the world. We can sometimes be overwhelmed by the things that occur from day to day. Sometimes even entertain the thought that somehow God is either not concerned or that He does not know. But Exodus chapter 3 and the continuing story about Israel's deliverance from Egypt makes us aware that God is concerned and that God knows what to do to bring deliverance into your life. We are inspired to trust God at all times because He knows all about us. He is determined to rescue His people at the appointed time. In the meantime, God gives us what it takes to survive and to wait on Him. That's a blessing indeed, that God gives you the stamina, God gives you the courage, God gives you the strength, God gives you the power to survive and to wait on Him. There was a song back in the day that says, He may not come when you want Him, but He's always on time. You have what it takes to survive. You have what it takes to trust God every step of the way. He is always on time and He effectively delivers us. The story of Israel's rescue also suggests that God is greater than your problem. There is nothing too difficult for Him. He is greater than your antagonist. He is greater than the oppression. He is greater than the oppressor. You can make it through anything with God on your side. David affirms this point when he says, Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. We have learned that God with us makes a huge difference. God with us makes a tremendous difference in our ability to withstand the pressures of this life. God with us makes a difference that we can feel, that we can know, that we can build confidence around, because we know that God always comes through. He's determined to rescue you at the appointed time, and you have what it takes to survive and to wait on him. Now, this rescue says to us that he is greater. You can make it through anything with God on your side. You can make it through anything because God is your helper. We suggest to you today to turn to the Lord. He will not disappoint you. Wait on the Lord. Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thine heart. God says to Moses in Exodus 3:7, I know their sorrows. God moves on behalf of his people because he knows. God declares, I know their sufferings, their afflictions, and their pain. God is acquainted with all of our ways, all of your thoughts. He's acquainted with what you are going through, that he can declare, I know. Oh, and that makes a difference too, because God knows. It makes a difference for us because we know that he knows. And because he knows, we're in a better state, a better mindset. We have a better feeling about things because God is fighting on your behalf. Now, he decides that if God decides to involve Moses in a miraculous deliverance of his people, the sufferings were magnified through the harshness of the Egyptian taskmasters. Sometimes things occur in your life that is beyond your control or that are beyond your control. God is fully aware of the situation. He acknowledges the suffering and announces his readiness to deliver. As he says, I have come down to deliver them. I have come. I am present with them. I am in the situation. I have come to deliver them. What a mighty word from God. One in which he speaks specifically to you today. That I am with you and I have come to deliver you. His word has gone out and he will accomplish what he determines to do. Now, God names Egypt in this story as the place where he will reveal his power and his glory. It's the place where everybody will come to know that God is God. It is the situation that God will come through, and it will raise all kind of alerts that God did this. His victory there will signal his love for his own. He will defeat the so-called gods of Egypt, defeat the powerful Pharaoh, and defeat the mighty army of Egypt. This victory will generate an awesome witness of the one God to the whole world. Sometimes it takes situations that God shows up to deliver you in for others to know that God is real. Sometimes it's in that situation that God's power is revealed in a way that nobody can deny it. Sometimes it's those situations that face us, that crowd us, that disappoint us, that God shows up in an amazing way. And everyone will see his glory. Everyone will have a taste of his power. Everyone will come to realize that he is the great I am. This victory will generate an awesome witness of the one God to the whole world. Everybody needs to know that God is real. Everybody needs to know that God is relevant. Everybody needs to know that God is awesome. Everybody needs to know that God is able. Everybody needs to know that he is great and greatly to be praised. Oh, the story goes on to say that God has seen the oppressed, and he has seen the oppressor, and he has seen what the oppressor is doing to his people. God is familiar with everyone involved. God will deliver the oppressed and punish the oppressor. God knows who's right and who's wrong in every situation. He sides with the oppressed and judges the oppressor. The oppressor will eventually know that God is on the throne. The oppressed will gain a release from the oppressor. God will turn things around. You got to know that you serve an awesome God. You got to know that he works in amazing ways. You've got to understand that he's all powerful. He's almighty. He's able to give you strength when you need it. No wonder Isaiah repeats the words of God that they that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not get weary. They shall walk and not faint. Because God gives power, to the people today. God gives power to those who are weak and weary. God gives power to those who need it today. You've been waiting for a while. You've been holding on with all that you have. But I know somebody who will renew your strength, who will strengthen you, who will keep you, who will empower you, who will give you what you need to survive, give you what you need to wait on him, give you what you need for that turnaround in your life. We came to encourage you today that God knows and he cares. You can wait on him. You can call on him. You can trust him today because there's no difficulty that God can't bring you through. I'm glad about that today. He's your healer. He's your doctor. He's your lawyer. He's everything that you need today. Don't give up on God because God knows and he cares. God bless you today.